Now I am so excited to introduce our 2025 Learning Community Collaboratory first discussion of the year that we're having that is going to focus on health and community benefits, transitioning away from fossil fuels in homes, and highlight the leadership of Hope Village Revitalization, People for Community Recovery, and Physicians for Social Responsibility Los Angeles. We're really excited to have these amazing leaders talk with us today about the work that they're leading in their communities to address intersectional challenge of housing stability and energy affordability, public health and climate justice through equitable building, electrification, and community-led change.
In our community, our housing stock is approaching 100 years old. And so many of our residents are older adults. And so we're dealing with the compounding issues of homes needing upgrade and repairs to their infrastructure. And we're also talking about the relative health of our residents because these older homes with their fossil fuel technology is contributing to a worsening air quality. In Hope Village, we have a higher incidence of asthma rates for our residents. And so it's important for us to show a way forward where people can live better lives and take care of their most valuable asset, which is their homes. And so for HVR, we see it as an all-in type of proposition because where you live is where you spend the majority of your time. And so it should be as safe and as healthy as humanly possible.
We have found in our own LaSalle Eco Demonstration Home that both the air quality is really improved over even what happens at home with heat pumps and with all of the pieces of the puzzle that we put there. And I think we've also found that from a standpoint of stress reduction, the utility bill is a big stressor for a lot of folks that are residents of our neighborhood. And so finding ways to decrease the utility bills, and our experience with having solar and the heat pump combination is that we've seen a dramatic reduction of the utility bills. And that's something we're really looking to push forward for every resident of the neighborhood if we can.
Here in Illinois, asthma is a huge issue, not only in the communities on the south side of Chicago that we serve, but across the state. So more than 1 in 5 instances of childhood asthma in Illinois is directly related to gas stove use. This is the highest rate in the nation. And we also know that children living in homes that just use gas stoves, not even other gas appliances, have a 42% increased risk of asthma. So that's a huge issue for us. We know fossil fuel combustion in homes is connected to a lot of other health issues. The benzene that's emitted is connected to cancer. And then the PM 2.5 that's emitted is a huge problem, causing an estimated 52,000 deaths a year across the US. So lots of folks who work on air quality, especially outdoor air quality, already know this. It's related to cardiovascular disease, kidney disease, COPD, dementia, diabetes, hypertension, lung cancer, pneumonia, premature death, like the list goes on.
We entered the building decarb work because we were so deeply concerned with housing inequality and the deep problem of affordability and a shortage of affordable and ultra affordable housing in Los Angeles. So we had to approach it from a place that really defended people's housing rights. And so we partnered with tenant rights groups and others to figure out how do we do this policy in a way that protects renters from being evicted through renovations, which we know is a big thing. And so what we did is what we know how to do well. We built a broad coalition of groups who were deeply concerned about this, made sure that those voices were coming to the table. We used existing vehicles to move the city council to shift the way they were doing the policy, because the folks who shaped the policy in LA were just concerned with rapid decarbonization and not how that would impact low-income communities and communities of color. So a lot of the rent protections that we've been able to win have been because we've built that power with the tenant rights groups, and the tenant rights groups are doing the reports on how it will impact renters.
When we are able to ensure that folks have resources to address deferred maintenance, to address efficiency in the homes and electrify, then those homes are able to be passed down, building generational wealth for families, and they're also safer so people can age in place for longer. So there's a lot of ancillary benefits to electrification that support the work we're trying to do, essentially to improve the quality of life of folks living in EJ neighborhoods.
The fact that you can live in a healthier home that contributes to your generational wealth, it improves the health outcomes for everyone who lives in the home and allows us to make these structures that we call our homes more worthwhile assets in the future, I think is just a triple bottom line win for our communities. We just have to do the best job that we can to explain to folks the benefits of it and belay their concerns, whatever they may be. So HVR, we've long championed affordability, and in the development projects that we are undertaking, we're proposing to do community land trusts where the building itself is separated from the ground it sits on as a way to preserve long-term affordability for the residents. We're also looking at strategies around renter equity so that the renters who would live in our buildings can earn a certain type of asset over a certain period of time that they can use to perhaps purchase a home or go back to school. But this is a way to get them invested in the upkeep of the property and to mitigate against the turnover of the rental units, which we thought is a way to get to an achievable development model. The philanthropic community has been the lifeblood of this work. It's been the philanthropic community that has been the most forward-looking source of funding for these types of ideas.
Everything that Jeff and Debbie and Courtney and Martha have brought in about the harm that combustion appliances in homes have on human health and the benefits of equitable building electrification with building integrated solar to help address affordability, health issues, and beyond, and the opportunity that we have to really communicate that to folks is really huge. This is about everybody benefiting. And how do we have that message resonate across the US? Heaps of gratitude to Jeff, Martha, Debbie, and Courtney for all of their insights and the amazing resources and projects that they lifted up today. So thank you all.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Bye-bye.